Most e-commerce brands are running their Google Shopping ads the wrong way, and it is completely destroying their chances of success long term. So in this video, I want to take this time to actually go over a Google Shopping ad I recently came across, which not only does everything right, but is also an ad which is doing over $100,000 every single month in revenue. Now, the brand I am referring to is the one that can be found after you type in the keyword ice bath, and it is actually this first brand right here. Now, let's start off by understanding what makes Google Shopping ads work. On a very broad level, yes, campaign strategy is important. Yes, your bids, your budgets are important, but those are secondary. The first primary things which determine a lot of your Google Shopping ad success is what appears here on the front end level, starting with the product image itself. If we see right here, we can see a lot of these product images, they're kind of diversified amongst each other. Some of them plain white background, some of them real lifestyle background, while others have a real person in them and a very contrasting background. So when you're in a niche like this, when you're selling products like these, it becomes very difficult to actively stand out of the crowd. But they kind of use this approach and this strategy based on the initial research they did. They wanted to not be the same as everybody else, meaning have a white background as well as a white product itself, nor did they want to be too fancy and do something where it's in a lifestyle area outside and there's somebody in it or just something going on in the background. They wanted all of the attention of the person to go on that product only. So what they did is they combined both of these tactics that these other brands did nearby, and they implemented this cream colored, really light colored background where yes, it is still a lifestyle background. However, it's such a color which is very soft on the eyes. And because it's so soft, the product immediately stands out. That's the first thing that they did right with that. But also with the product shape itself, when they were deciding which product to go after with their Google Shopping ad strategy, they decided on a product which was not too similar to any of these other ones. I mean, if we look at their website, look at all of the products they have, we can see really all three are in the same design, and it looks like they only have 3 products that they sell. But they still decided to go after this one right here because it sort of is like their main product, which garners all of the attention and has the most unique design to it. Now, before we dive a bit deeper, let's look at the actual results of this store to understand how it's doing. So in any given month, according to SimilarWeb, and yes, SimilarWeb is not always fully accurate, but according to SimilarWeb, around 300 to 400,000 monthly visitors. And if we just open up the calculator right here, let's just divide these visitors in half. So let's say about 200,000 on average. So if we say 200,000 on average, and this is the number of people visiting the website, and let's say their conversion rate is half of 1%, so 0.005, because this is such a high ticket store, it's most likely going to have a very low conversion rate. That's going to equal about 1,000. So out of 200,000, that's still 1,000 sales, and at $5,000 per sale, that's going to equal a very large number. In fact, they're doing much more than just 100,000 per month. They could be a multi-million-dollar brand. But now moving on from the product images to the product titles, this is where also they do a lot of SEO and a lot of extra work to ensure that they stand out from competitors. We can see right off the bat, they used one of the most powerful keywords out there, best cold plunge tub. The word best itself already induced a feeling and induced an emotion that, hey, this product is the best compared to any of these other ones. Now, this can either work against you or work in your favor. It depends on how you do everything else, like the landing page, your pricing, your image, etc. But in this case, it actually works for them because their overall image has a very premium feel to it. Their title is not just best cold plunge tub, it says cold water therapy. So these are all SEO keywords which they inserted on purpose. And they also say as seen on Shark Tank. This is not essentially for search engine optimization, but rather just to add authority so people understand that, hey, this product is actually official. It was on a TV show, it was on Shark Tank, and as a result, there's going to be more authority, there's going to be more trust behind this product. And there's a little bit more to the title, looks like a little bit more about the variation, but we can't see it fully. But that brings us to the pricing. Now, looking at all of the other cold tubs out there, this one is sort of average pricing. I mean, it's not the cheapest, obviously, because it's an actual tub with better quality materials, but also it's not the most expensive like this tub right here, or maybe this one. So that makes this tub a bit more affordable per se than these other real big tubs similar to this. And combining that with the number of reviews they have, where no other brand in the front or even here has any sorts of reviews, really helps them stand out from everybody else. And what I've personally found running Google Ads campaigns for so long for so many brands is when it's a high ticket store like this one, where it's $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 per sale products, well, then you need to be a bit more careful with how you do your performance max campaigns or your standard shopping campaigns. And really, you want to be using Google's algorithm to your advantage when it comes to this high AOV level. Now, if we look at some of the different accounts we're dealing with, like for example this one, the average order value is $3,000. They also sell similar products to what we just saw, but a lot of these brands actually do very well with performance max campaigns. I mean, of course you're gonna have a lot of inconsistencies because the AOV is just so high, but if we take a closer look at this, we can see just how these things get set up and just how it should be in terms of the shopping approach. Now, if we go to asset groups, first and foremost, if you want to have a lot of success with Google Shopping for your high ticket store, then you need to ensure you are making your performance max campaign as narrowed as possible. And this means making it only focus on the shopping side. And if you look right here, there's no types of assets here added to any of these asset groups. And that's because this forces this performance max campaign to act as a Google Shopping ad only. And when that happens, well, now there's no confusion between showing this PMax to YouTube or Gmail or discovery or remarketing. It's only going after one thing. It's going to try to be the best at it. And this is where majority of the performance max campaigns make it or break it. Again, if you're doing $40,000 or more per month in revenue with your e-commerce brand, you need extra help scaling with Google Ads, go on my website at yourmarketing.com and schedule a free call with me to see how we can essentially work together and make that happen. But like this video if you found any type of value from it, subscribe to my YouTube channel if this is one of the first times you're watching any one of my videos, and go ahead and watch this video right here on a recent case study I did on an e-commerce brand we blew up to the next level with some of these tactics.